to the people of the Cameroons. Greetings to the people of British Cameroons and the people of La République du Cameroon. Once more, I would still like to send my congratulations on the Independence Day of the people of La République du Cameroon. That was on the 1st of January. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a party political broadcast by myself, Maître Mola Alex Dive Singer, the leader of British Cameroon National Party. Today on this broadcast, I would like to talk about how Mr. Biya and Co. Ceded transfer British Cameroon National Territory to Nigerians. I'll give you the evidence how President Paul Biya of La République du Cameroon, a person who talks about sovereignty of his country, La République, a person who talks about national integrity, how Mr. Biya have seceded a territory in British Cameroon without any person, any lawyer. Nobody knows about it, but Mr. Biya have seceded a territory that belongs to British Cameroonians, to Nigerians. However, I would like to start today by sending my utmost and fervent greeting to Maître Alice Com. This is very important to me. Why? Because for almost 40 years, I've never seen a lawyer in the Cameroons that stood her grounds. I'm saying this because in the Cameroons, when I was growing up, there were a lot of lawyers who inspired me when I was growing up in Biya. I studied some of those lawyers, their judgment in Guakele, top lawyers, top Anglophone lawyers and other lawyers in the Cameroons. But it's a disgrace that lawyers today in the Cameroons, they are part of the CPD and chop people. They have got money. Approximately 90 of them. They don't read the law. They don't practice the law. They talk in accordance to the CPDM chop people the money political party. So I've seen, I've analyzed, I've looked at Maître Alice Com for some time now. This is a woman who quotes the law. He's not talking about politics. He reads the laws of the Cameroons and tell Mr. Atanganji, this is how it is and you are not above the law. That is the job of a practicing lawyer. He told the governor, told the DO, I'm very proud of you, Maître Alice Com. You're one in a million. I've been looking for those type of lawyers in the Cameroons for more than 40 years. I haven't found one. I've seen one today. Well done. Keep it up. We're there for your back. Motion, Alice Com. All people they're there for your back. The next point I would like to make before I go back to the topic of this party political broadcast, how Mr. Biya have seceded or transferred the territory of British Cameroons to the Nigerians. I would like to make this clear to us, the people of Africa. We should wise up. We are like somebody who is drowning in the Atlantic Ocean. Then you even catch a snake when you're drowning. These things that some French puppet in Africa, they go around, say they are kicking France, stopping the military, kicking the military out. Let me tell you something. It is fake. I'm talking about two particular countries, Chad and Ivory Coast. What they are doing, France is the one telling them to talk like that. Nothing will change in Ivory Coast and Chad. The best friend of France, the people who do the dirty work of France as things stands today, the new Houphouët Boigny is Alassane Ouattara. Alassane Ouattara is a friend of Macron and France. When they wanted to create a new money, ECO, in Nigeria, who went there? Alassane Ouattara and Macron. They went to Nigeria and stopped it. The Chad president was installed by the de facto president of Chad, Mr. Macron. So they are all friends. Listen, the military have no effect. Any country can ask military from another country to come and be in their country for particular objective, insofar as it's a friendly mission. There's nothing wrong. There are American troops in Britain. There are British troops in Germany. That's nothing. We of British Cameroon, we can say, okay, Nigeria, we have a project to do. Bring some of your military, let's do something. There's nothing wrong with that. If these African leaders, they want to tell us that they are telling France to go away, I only need them to do one thing. They should stop using France CFA. Our problem is, number one problem is France CFA. If they stop using France CFA, I will support all these dictators in Africa because it will be a big step forward. France will no longer be controlling our monetary policy. France will no longer be controlling our interest rate and our economy. So forget about the military. If British people, they come, they bring their military in the Cameroons because we have flood to help us to do A, B, C things we cannot do. What is wrong with that? That is not the point. France must stop controlling our economy and putting puppets to be presidents in Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, once more, as I say, this is a party political broadcast. Let's get back to our topic tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, when I come and make this party political broadcast, it's something that is well thought about. And what I'm saying, I'm always ready to see the CPDM militants, other people. If I am wrong, come and let's have this party political debate, because before I say something, I do my research. Mr. Biya have seceded. Mr. Biya have transferred a territory of British Cameroons to Nigerians. How did this happen? Most of you understand the problem in Bakassi. Mr. Biya and President Obasanjo, they signed the Green Trade Agreement in New York on the 12th of June 2006. They signed an agreement. I've seen a lot of people, without reading this Green Trade Agreement, some lawyers in the Cameroons have been boasting how they are international lawyers, how they were the one who were responsible to give Bakassi Peninsula back to the Cameroons. Ladies and gentlemen, Bakassi was not given back to the Cameroons. It wasn't. In the Bakassi Peninsula, who are the majority, the population in Bakassi Peninsula? They are Nigerians. My friends from Nigeria, this is not about trying to say something bad about Nigeria. I just want to expose the Biya regime, how they come and say one thing, why they are doing another thing. Because Nigerians are welcome in the Cameroons. There's no problem there. And we too, from the Cameroons, I understand we are welcome in Nigeria. But this is a party political broadcast. The majority people living in Bakassi Peninsula are not people from British Cameroons or La République du Cameroons. They are Nigerians, primarily from Oron, Ifik, and Ibiobio ethnic group. Those are the majority people. Take note, La République claim is part of the Cameroons. But if you look, when we talk about special status, La République du Cameroon have given special status to these people in the Bakassi Peninsula, the Nigerians. 5 years ago, La République du Cameroon said they have given British Cameroonian special status. Listen, British Cameroons is a country that have been annexed. They cannot give us special status. They don't have that power to give us special status because two equal country or state, they came together. So one state cannot say, I'm giving you special status. Who are you to give us special status? Even special status is given to states which fulfill certain criteria, and British Cameroon doesn't fall under that type of a state. Criteria like the place is hilly, different terrain, strategic location along international border. Those are places you can give special status. Low per capita income, you can give special status to those type of people. Economic and infrastructural backwardness, you can give special status to those type of people. So as I say, when President Paul Biya of La République du Cameroon and President Obasanjo signed the Green Tree Agreement on the 12th of June 2006 in New York, they ceded the territory to the Nigerians. I understand that people think to transfer a territory means that you must say, take this territory. But look at it in a reverse way. When you look at the articles that the president of La République du Cameroon, Mr. Biya, signed, what was it? I'll see like Article 3. I talked about this before, but I thought it wise that this is very important. People should know that part of the territory of British Cameroon have been seceded. And a lot of some lawyers, international lawyers, as they claim, oh, we got Bakassi back. You cannot get Bakassi back if the majority of the people who are living there are Nigerians under this condition. They said La République should not force Nigerian nationals to leave the Bakassi Peninsula. They said you cannot force them. You cannot force them. One, every country that has sovereignty on a territory, you can force somebody to leave. If I'm not a British citizen, Britain can tell me to leave this country to do, or if I don't have a stay in this country. If you are in America, you don't have green card or you don't have this, they can ask you to stay. But in the Bakassi Peninsula, those Nigerians who don't have Cameroon ID, who are Nigerians, have Nigerian passport, La République government cannot tell them to leave. That's what they signed. So it means they have right over that territory. That's giving away sovereignty. They will stay with their Nigerian passport. They will not have Cameroon ID, but they will remain part and parcel of that committee using their Nigerian passport. So Cameroon, the La République gendarme or military cannot go and see a Nigerian in the Bakassi Peninsula and say, where is your Cameroon ID card? They can't do that. So you have given away your sovereignty already. But most people don't know. All these so-called international lawyers who were involved in the Bakassi question, they come and say, oh, we got Bakassi back. You have given away the sovereignty because you cannot control those people. La République have annexed and is controlling British Cameroonian, asking them to show ID. But you cannot ask those Nigerians who are in the peninsula, in British Cameroon, you can't ask them a Cameroon ID. They have a right to stay there with their Nigerian nationality. Again, under this Article 3, you cannot force them to change their nationality. They are Nigerians. You cannot say, oh, you must be a Cameroonian to stay there. It was signed on the Green Tree Agreement. They signed it. You don't have any powers to tell them that they should change their nationality. So, imagine, I'm from British Cameroon or Nigerian. I come to Britain. I don't have any documentation to say I should live in the United Kingdom, either a Nigerian or a Ghanaian or somebody from British Cameroon. British government have no right to tell me I have a right to stay here. That's what's happening in Bakassi. That is what President Paul Biya and all those lawyers who went from La République, they went there, they seceded the territory because these people have rights. I don't know of any country on earth where a foreign national will have rights. They don't comply with your own law. So that's the special status that they gave them. Then they are talking about special status to us, the people who own that land, the indigenous people, the British Cameroonians. So you see, those are details that if you don't look in the Cameroons, people don't look at it. Lawyers, they don't look at it. All the lawyers, they say, 90% of the lawyers in the Cameroons, they are sing the hallelujah praises to the government of La République du Cameroon. That's why I'm praising somebody like Maitre Alice come, because I've seen this is a woman who understands the laws of the Cameroons. He doesn't just come and run his mouth and her mouth rather and say what? She knows what she is doing. That is how lawyers they operate. That is how lawyers they function. So as I said, these people living in Bakassi who are Nigerians, they don't need to have La République ID card. But people from British Cameroon, they force you to have their ID. So these people have more rights in your own country than you, British Cameroonians. That's a fact. Then they say, Article 3 again on this Green Tree Agreement. La République must respect these people, their culture, their language, and their beliefs. So as I told you, majority of the people who are living in Bakassi are Nigerians. They are the Orons, Efik, and Ibiobio. So you must respect their culture, their language, and beliefs. But La République du Cameroon is not respecting the culture of British Cameroonians. They are imposing ENAM from France on you, ENS from France on you, Gendarmerie on you, unelected governor on you, unelected SDOs and DOs on you. But La République du Cameroon must respect these people, their culture, their language, and their beliefs. La République does not respect our culture, our English culture, our language, and our beliefs. They must impose theirs on us. So you see, they signed a Green Tree Agreement by surrendering the territory of British Cameroons to Nigerians. But nobody knows that. But Maitre Mola Alex Divelisinger will always dig in and tell you the whole truth and nothing but the truth. La République du Cameroon also signed, stating that they will protect the customary land rights of these Nigerians, the Oron people, the Efik people, and the Ibiobio people. They will protect their customary land right. What does that mean? That land that was established through unwritten practice. Unwritten practice, like these people are indigenous people. These Nigerians who are in Bakassi, they are indigenous people there. So, Mr. Biya signed and ceded a part of your territory to these people. They call them, they say customary land rights. These are lands that they are indigenous people in that land in Bakassi. So La République must protect their customary land rights. But my land in Biya, La République cannot protect it. Ajudam Nienti, I've come and constructed in my land in Biya. La République cannot protect my land. Maitre Mola Alex Divelisinger, a British Cameroonian, but he signed a treaty to protect the customary land rights of Nigerians who are living in British Cameroon. In British Cameroon. So that's what I'm saying. La République du Cameroon also signed under the Green Tree Agreement not to levy discriminatory tax on the people of Oron, Efik, and Ibiobio, who are Nigerians, the majority in the Bakassi Peninsula. But La République du Cameroon go around levying discriminatory tax on British Cameroonians. Ladies and gentlemen, when Maitre Mola Alex Divelisinger, the leader of British Cameroon National Party, comes and tells you something, take it seriously. Because when we close our eyes, we don't have competent people in different departments who can sit and point out these things on you, to you rather. That's why we were annexed. When they said unity, 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 one party system, we were blind. Nobody was questioning it. Pamuna and Foncha, they joined Aijo. We did not question it. Everybody was afraid to question it. Oh, you don't want to talk. If you talk, or everybody, you like to follow the crowd. I don't follow the crowd. Ever since I was a boy, I always speak. That's why most people, they don't like me. But the things I always say, they come to pass. If you don't question things, like the 1972 Aijo fake referendum constitutional coup that they used to annex us, despite the fact that Article 47 of the Federal Constitution said, don't change the form of the state. People were silent. Mr. Biya came in 1984. He changed the name again, United Republic, and gave the name of French Cameroon, La République du Cameroun. Only for Ngodi Tinka, he wanted to talk. Everybody was silent. When you want to talk, people are against you. I've been talking. And people look at me, they complain. Why is it that this Maitre Mola Alex Nivelisinger like to talk like that? If I was not talking, there wouldn't have been Biya University that some of you are working there and going to school there. You used to go to Nigeria to do jam. If I was not talking, there wouldn't have been multi-party politics in papers in the Cameroon in theory. If I was not talking, there wouldn't have been GCE board. If I did not go to the embassy in Cameroon when some people, teachers, lawyers, and students were beaten, if I did not go around the UK sleeping in the embassy, some people in prison, they wouldn't have been released, and they wouldn't have been even the so-called fake major national dialogue. I went there and I told them, everybody was in the major national dialogue. It was full of sheeps, nincompopes, nitwits, fools. The special major national dialogue was made up with a lot of fools. Why I say that? They cannot invite you to come for a dialogue written on the invitation, major national dialogue on the situation in Northwest and Southwest. Everybody came, they sat quiet, and people were making opening speech, remark. It's Maitre Mola Alex Nivelisinger. If you know about the king's new dress, everybody was silenced. The king new dress. Do you know that story? I wake up and I told them, why are you talking about other parts of the Cameroons? The invitation said we were invited to come and talk about what? The situation in Northwest and Southwest. British Cameroon. That was it. Okay. If we were coming there to talk about the situation on Northwest and Southwest, how come that they came out with decentralization for the whole country? Does that make sense? So you see, when I come here and I talk, people think I am disrespecting the government. The government, they are scammers. They are a criminal syndicate. You cannot be trying to infantilization, as they call this word, infantilization, this word, which means they treat people as if they are children, even if they are not children. The government look at adults in Cameroon. They behave. No government on earth. Being a government doesn't mean you're more intelligent than the people. Government is just they gave you authority to govern the country. That's the government. Government is not defined as the most intelligent people on earth. But however, you can be the most stupid leader in a country, but you look for people who are competent in different fields, whether it's engineers, doctors, lawyers, nurses, whatever field, and bring them together to build the country. So that's the job of a good president. When you're a president, regardless of your tribe or your race or your religion, you bring people who are competent, you know they can do this job. In the Cameroons, you become minister because either, oh, one minister must come from this tribe, minister must come from this tribe. That's not how they look. You become a minister in any democracy. They look at you, is this man competent? In the United Kingdom, sometimes you have ministers, husband and wife. They are ministers. In the UK. Why? Because before you become a minister, you have that long experience, long-time experience. Then again, maybe they vote you as an MP. The people have to vote you. So if they vote husband and wife as an MP in different constituency, then they have that experience. As a prime minister, you can select both of them as ministers. It doesn't matter. That's how they do it. They look at your competence. What have you been doing? What policy can you change? In the United Kingdom, ministers make policies. They don't take instruction from the prime minister. They don't. If I'm a minister of justice, I don't need to go and take permission from the prime minister to do my job. The prime minister knows I'm competent to be a minister of justice. So I will make policies without asking the prime minister. But all of them, they are responsible. They are responsible, all of them in cabinet. That is how it works. So ladies and gentlemen, when I come here, I say, Mr. Biya, Ceded transfer part of the territory of British Cameroon to Nigeria. It is a fact. You can go and read the Green Tree Agreement that was done on the 12th of June 2006. You can go and read it. I always give you where to go and find the details. And in still this Article 3, they say, La République shall take every measure to protect Nigerian nationals in British Cameroon, in Bakassi Peninsula. La République shall take all measures to protect. But La République cannot even protect its own citizens. They torture Longue, kill Martinez Zogo. La République cannot even protect British Cameroonians. They kill Wazizi. Students from Biya University were killed. They torture students, torture teachers, torture lawyers. And the preamble of their constitution, the first page, says that torture is forbidden. So if you have a government that does not respect its own law, what do you expect the people to do? The French Revolution came about because the then King of France was not respecting the laws. So if you have a government that does not respect you, if you have a government that does not respect the Constitution, they torture you. My brothers and sisters, you have a right to defend yourself. Nobody, no gendarme, no minister, no governor, no Dio have a right to torture you. They don't have a right. If my parents, they cannot torture me, who are you? What the government is doing when they don't respect the law, there's something they call, is it the law of contract? An invitation to treat. If a government, the constitution of your country says, the president of the republic shall ensure internal and external security and protect you. The constitution of the Cameroon say that the president of the Cameroons, they cannot torture you under the UN Charter, Universal Declaration of Human Rights, African and People's Right, which is part and parcel of the Constitution. These are international laws and treaty and convention that they put it inside Cameroon's Constitution. They say it is part of our Constitution. So, the law of a country or the Constitution is the highest law of any country. So, if an individual comes to torture you, comes to kill you, comes to beat you, comes to shoot you with a gun, the Constitution says you can defend yourself. That's what Constitution says. No human being is above the law. Mr. Biya is not above the law. Ngongo is not above the law. Ayolo is not above the law. Nobody is above the law. Even President Assad, who thought that he was above the law, he's a refugee now in Russia. You know how all these leaders, they always end? They end up refugees or in prison. Nobody have got a right. And I will tell you about the laws and the right of self-defense. This is what it means. You see, Martinez Zogo, who was killed, was tortured. If he had a gun, he would have shot all those people. He wouldn't have gone to prison. Why? It is self-defense. You cannot go to prison, whether it's in America or Britain. Wazizi, who was murdered, if by chance, when they were trying to kill Wazizi, he had a gun, he killed all those people, he wouldn't have gone to prison. That's self-defense. You will not go to prison. So if there are people who don't respect the laws in the Cameroon. They torture you. They take the laws into your hands. Ask Maitre Alex come in the Cameroon. He will tell you, I'm not making it up. Ask Maitre Alex come what I'm saying, if I'm right or wrong. I always like you to go and verify. Don't just come and say, Maitre Mola Alex Divelisinghe said this. Always verify. So ladies and gentlemen, today, it was very important that I come and talk about this thing that most people of the Cameroons, they don't know, that Mr. Biya have seceded, transferred the territory of British Cameroon to some Nigerians. Because they can live there with they can live in that place with their Nigerian nationality. They don't need Cameroon nationality. They don't need Cameroon ID. They have to respect their culture, language, and belief. They have to protect their customary land rights. They are indigenous people there, but they will remain Nigerian inside British Cameroon. So, ladies and gentlemen, once more, this has been a party political broadcast by myself, Maitre Mola Alex Divelisinghe. Have a great day.
Docteur, tout Joseph, proviseur à Los Angeles. Comment pouvez-vous nommer un individu à un poste pendant 25 ans? 20 ans directeur de tant. Vous partagez le pouvoir avec vos familles. Vous partagez le pouvoir avec vos amis. Vous partagez le pays avec vos familles. Vous partagez le pays avec vos familles. Et après qu'ils ont volé, vous appelez les familles. Les attraper.